Hello dear students, welcome to BIC's KCT Chemistry Learning. In this episode we are going to discuss about previous year KCT questions. I'll be discussing in detail about 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. But to start with we are going to discuss with the questions from KCT 2014 and 2015, one series of episodes from the chapter of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Now what is the purpose of doing this particular video? Video is aiming to give the students who are preparing to face this year KCT examination an idea about the type of questions that have been asked in the previous years, so that you will understand how much depth you need to study, what are all the important points you definitely need to focus, and what points you should definitely re-revise before you going into KCET examination. Aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids happens to be one of the important lesson, and you will be having many questions coming out from this particular chapter. That's the reason I have chosen to do this particular video. So watch all the episodes, learn from all the episodes and keep improving your scores. With that, let's start with the question. Here is our question. There's a structure that's been given to us with CH3MgBr. You know this is Grignard reagent, and in presence of ether is giving a compound A, which upon hydrolysis, of course we are talking about acid hydrolysis, is giving compound B. The IUPAC name of B is, this is the question, the IUPAC name of B is. So option A, is it 3-methyl butane 2-ol, or is it 2-methyl butane 3-ol, or is it 2-methyl butane 2-ol, or else pentan 2-ol. So one thing is very much certain, children, when you are having three almost alike kind of options, majority of the time that will be the most correct answer. Methyl butanol will be the most correct answer. But then, is it 3-methyl butane 2-ol, or is it 2-methyl butane 3-ol, or 2-methyl butane 2-ol? In each of the cases you can see there is a difference in the position of the butanol, that is the OH group being attached, and in these two cases we see that there is difference in the position of the attachment of the methyl group. So let's start answering this. You know that in the terminal position, if nothing is there, then that means we are talking about methyl group. Let me just fill in all the things there. So there is a carbon here, which in turn is linked with a hydrogen, and there is a carbon linked with double bond O and H, means this is CHO. CHO means, you know, this is aldehyde. So we are treating an aldehyde with methyl magnesium bromide, which is our Grignard reagent, in presence of dry ether. So it's going to give us a compound A. So this being the condition, let us write the compound A. Let me just write all of this in detail. So there is a CH3 which is linked with another carbon with hydrogen which is linked with CH3, and there is C. This one I am talking about, we finished this much writing, and now this C is having double linked with the carbon atom. Now what happens? There is a splitting happening in this way between the methyl group and MgBr. Now MGBr takes an attachment with O. So it becomes OMGBr, and this methyl group takes a linkage with the carbon, this carbon, this carbon. So the double bond between carbon and oxygen is broken down to single bond, one with CH3 and one is with OMGBr, and there is a H. So this is our compound A. Now this is further subjected to treatment with acid hydrolysis. Now what's going to happen? H3O plus. So I'll write it for convenience as HOH. Now what happens here with HOH? The CH3 linked with carbon, CH3, there is a H, next carbon, this carbon. Now what happens there? It becomes OH, and this CH3 I'll write here, and the hydrogen is intact. So upon acid hydrolysis, we have this compound which is being formed. So this is our compound B. Now let's start naming this compound. Let's start giving the locant for the carbon atom. From where we should start? We should start very nearby to the functional group carbon. So this is the thing. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the second carbon atom, there is OH attached. For the third carbon atom, there is methyl that's been attached. So therefore, what will be the name of this compound? 3-methyl. 3-methyl, and you know that there are 4 carbon atoms and they are saturated. So butane. Butane, and what else is there? For the second carbon atom, there is OH. So butane 2-ol. 3-methyl butane 2-ol. So here upon acid hydrolysis, you get this product, and the answer is going to be option A, because all others are having different locant. Though for butanol, the 2 locant is correct in option C, but for methyl, the locant 2 is not correct. Okay, hope you understood this. Keep watching all the episodes, and do remember to subscribe to our channel and share this video. I wish you all the best, children.